A lot of the longevity and anti-aging world talk about certain supplements as if they are the magic pill we've been looking for. Things like nicotinamide mononucleotide, NMN, nicotinamide riboside, NR, resveratrol, pterostilbene, TMG, alpha-ketoglutarate, niacinamide, spermidine. Then more recently, creatine and collagen, and even drugs like rapamycin. While each of those substances may play a part in your overall longevity stack, in this video, we're going to explore some of the most underrated and underutilized longevity and anti-aging supplements. Before we get started, hi, I'm Nick Urban, founder of Outliyr.com, where I get to help high achievers like you optimize their health, their performance, and their longevity through bioharmonization. Let's get started. First up, we have a class of supplements called essential amino acids. Now, this is 9 of the 20 to 23 amino acids that your body cannot produce, and therefore you must get through diet. If you've heard of branched chain amino acids, that's 3 of the 9. Now you can get plenty of amino acids through a well-constructed, optimized, animal-based diet, and a lot of people do. Yet at the same time, excessive consumption of animal products and specifically meats leads to imbalances of certain amino acids that are linked to accelerated aging. Amino acids like methionine, which are abundant in muscle meats. If you're eating nose to tail, you're probably getting enough of the non-essential amino acids that help balance it out, but most people only eat muscle meats and therefore stand to gain from the essential amino acids, which contain a better ratio of these substances for your overall health. The 9 essential amino acids are crucial for protein synthesis, which helps build the tissue not only for your muscles, but also your organs, other lean tissues, and countless metabolic processes. Since muscle loss or sarcopenia indirectly causes a bunch of issues as we age, it becomes more important to get these essential amino acids. What's nice about the essential amino acids is that you can get a therapeutic dose with a very small quantity, making them convenient for travel and just to get when you're on the go or at home. Unlike animal proteins, with the EAAs, you're consuming less of certain precursors and substances like carnitine and choline, which can be precursors to TMAO and other substances that are associated with shorter lifespan. A number of studies show that EAAs combined with light activity increases walking speed and strength and muscle mass more effectively in older adults than even a complete protein source like whey. Plus, they can increase functional performance and hand grip strength in older adults that are exercising less. There's actually one study showing that people on complete bed rest that aren't able to move or exercise at all, but heavily supplementing essential amino acids can not only mitigate muscle loss, but can actually put on a little bit of muscle hypertrophy during that period. Essential amino acids can also help with blood sugar regulation and insulin sensitivity, indirectly leading to weight loss and beneficial body recomposition. This is one supplement that most people, especially as they're aging, do really well supplementing every single day. Number 2 is electrolytes. Now, this supplement isn't just for athletes that are losing electrolytes like sodium and potassium and magnesium and calcium ions through their sweat, but they're generally a good idea for everyone because electrolytes help cells work more efficiently. They improve cellular communication and the function of cell membranes of cells and the mitochondria organelles within cells. Plus, they are super cheap. Of course, electrolytes also help with hydration. Merely drinking a bunch of clean filtered water isn't enough if you're not getting adequate electrolytes as well, because the electrolytes are needed to carry an electrical signal throughout the body. And a mere 1 to 3% dehydration leads to disastrous decreases in overall performance. Getting enough of certain electrolytes like calcium and magnesium can also help increase bone mineral density and reduce the likelihood of osteoporosis and other conditions that are associated with aging. Magnesium specifically is also really good for sleep and recovery and stress reduction. So this is one of those foundational supplements that's cheap and worthwhile for most people to take also. Third on the list, we have a substance that's trended on TikTok for quite some time, but for good reason. And that is a black mineral goo called shilajit. This is a mineral pitch, a resin that's formed from decomposed plants over many thousands of years that are found at really high altitude. The high quality shilajit comes from altitudes of 12,000 to 16,000 feet. And the reason it's so special is it contains humic acids and fulvic acids and D-alpha pyrones, trace minerals in their maximally absorbed ionic forms, as well as amino acids and a ton of other bioactive substances. It was one of the most prized substances of Ayurveda, traditional Indian medicine, as well as Russian medicines, and it earned nicknames such as the destroyer of weakness, the conqueror of mountains, nectar of the gods, and there was even a fable that said for every year that you consume it daily, an extra year is tacked on to your lifespan. In my opinion, the coolest part of shilajit, and the reason that I've used it every single day for years, is because one of the ingredients in it, called fulvic acid, amplifies the medicinal qualities of everything else you consume, whether that's food or supplements. It allows more of the beneficial nutrients to pass through digestion, get absorbed, and assimilated actually into cells. I personally noticed that when I started taking it, I didn't need as large of doses of my supplements and nootropics to feel the same level of effects. Shilajit is also adaptogenic, meaning it helps bring up systems and organs that aren't functioning as well as they should be, and bring down overactive organs and bodily systems. It also helps the body resist stress by stabilizing the HPA axis. It has ergogenic performance enhancing effects, ranging from increased strength and endurance to combating the effects of mountaineering and traveling to high elevations. There's actually a fascinating paper on this that I suggest you check out called Shilajit, a panacea for high altitude problems. That paper alone details countless mechanisms and reasons that make it worth inclusion in any modern supplement stack. It also provides great mitochondrial support, helping increase your ATP energy production while helping to buffer and protect your cells and tissues. If you've tried any of these supplements so far, I'd love to know your experience. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. Drop a comment below and let me know. Now, on to number 4. C60 is another fringe longevity substance, and it's made entirely of carbon atoms that are arranged in a soccer ball-like shape. Researchers discovered it decades ago when they were trying to see how much of this substance it took to kill rats. But instead of killing the rats, it actually drove a 90% increase in their lifespan, which is only cut short because of the limitations of the trial. Now, I doubt anything remotely close to this will carry over to humans, but there's been a lot of interest in the longevity world about using this substance for human lifespan and health span. If you want to learn more about how exactly this works, I recorded a podcast with a researcher named Chris Burris. I'll link that in the description of this video. And essentially, it helps your mitochondria run more efficiently by buffering oxidative stress. It's very potent and has a long half-life, so I actually wouldn't use this one daily. This is something that I would use probably every other day, and the way it's manufactured and processed makes a huge difference. There are medical grade products that are clean and pure, and then there's the industrial grade, which have a lot of contaminants and heavy metals and things that you certainly don't want to be ingesting. So if you do decide to explore C60, make sure you're going through a high quality source. And to save you the time and the energy researching them, I've thoroughly researched and reviewed a bunch of different products on the market before I personally bought any. So I'll put that in the description for this as well. On the longevity front, C60 may also help maintain telomere length, and that is one of the hallmarks of aging associated with longevity. C60 may also help prevent neurodegeneration by reducing the buildup of toxic proteins in the brain, which are linked to neurodegenerative conditions such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases. It also seems to have some beauty benefits, such as increasing collagen regeneration, improving skin elasticity, and reducing wrinkles. So you'll find C60 used sometimes in beauty products, along with things like copper peptide. All right, well, I've got a bunch of other lesser known and foundational longevity supplements that I haven't shared in this video. If you're finding this interesting, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and drop a comment below to let me know your experience, your non-negotiable longevity supplements, and if there's interest, I'll share some more in another video. Until next time, be an outlier.